flight crew, please prepare for departure.
Welcome back to the Obsessed With podcast. We are your hosts, Kim and Aaron. It's been another hot minute since we've been on the mic, but we were reloading for some content, and we have a lot to talk about.
I know. I feel like it's like when you take a break from something, or if you haven't seen somebody in so long, and then you're like, oh my God, we have so much to catch up on. That's kind of how I feel right now.
So grab a drink. We got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. Exciting stuff.
Well, some butt puckering.
Yeah. It's okay. Let's say this. The last couple of weeks have been a roller coaster of emotion for us.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
That's basically how it's felt. There's just been so much going on behind the scenes. And we just wanted to take this episode to connect with you and give you an update of all the things and just kind of, share what's been happening over here.
Well, let's start with this.
Okay.
I would like to extend a congratulations to us.
Okay.
Tomorrow, when this releases, it will be our 15th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
We've been together 18 years, 15 years married tomorrow.
That's amazing.
That's crazy because so many people have just been like, 15 years? You guys are so young.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but I got married at 29. To me, that was old. I was the last one of my friend group to get married.
Yeah. I know. I dropped Mimi off with Miss Taylor, who's her sitter, just before we came on started the podcast. And she was like, have so much fun for your anniversary. She's like, 15 years. Like, do you mind me asking how old you are? Like, were you a teenage bride? Which I was like, thanks. That's like the nicest thing you've ever, or, just because no, I'm about to turn 40. And also, side note, I'm not weird about people asking how old you are. Why is that such a thing? Like,
I don't know.
It's just like, that's how
Is that outdated or is that still true?
You are. I don't know. I think some people are weird about it, but for me, I'm like, no, this is my age. I don't care. But it is always nice if someone is like, you look way too young to be married for 15 years. That's insane. Mm-hmm. So that felt really good. And then I was talking to the people I work with today about it. And one of the students, he's been married for 26 years.
He's been married 26 years?
Uh-huh.
The one with his wife from Japan?
Yeah. Yeah.
26 years?
26 years. And so we were like talking about it and like they're navigating being empty nesters, right? Like they had a child and, early on and now out of the house. And so we were saying how one of the keys to a successful relationship, one of them is just that you have to genuinely like the person you're with. Mm-hmm. And how that's not talked about enough is like, yeah, I love you. We have a life. We have this, blah, blah, blah. But like genuinely like somebody and I was just saying like how much I like you, how much you're my best friend. And I think marriage is up and down, but when you can always come back to that friendship and that I like you, I respect you, like you're the person I want to do everything with. Mm-hmm. And that's never gone away.
No, 100%. I think it's only gotten stronger.
100%.
Like you were just gone to Florida for 5 days. And if it would have been one more day, I would have literally
crying for me.
Well, I was like, we are always together.
We are.
I mean, just like forward facing, nose to nose, like game on. I mean, you had a problem with a patient today, and who'd you come find? Me. Like,
yeah, but I would. We don't really see each other at work very often.
We don't. Yeah. But like, I'm just saying, like, we're that close proximity, even at work, right?
For sure.
Like, and it was nice for the a full day knowing like, wow, like. Okay, I come home from work and then like I have all day tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Like that felt really cool. And then but you left on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I did the whole work thing, came home, did the whole work thing, came home, did the whole work thing, came home. And then I had Saturday, Sunday, and then like Monday morning. And like by Monday morning, I was like, I swear to God, if she's like gets delayed or like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. You missed your buddy.
Yeah, it was just like, what am I doing?
Yeah. No,
but then again, can I ask you though? Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I love a day alone. Like, honestly, I wish
Oh my God.
you would just go somewhere
Mhm.
for the night. There is nothing better about having the house to yourself. You can do whatever you want. No one's interrupting. No one's coming in. I love a day alone.
Oh,
You know?
it was
It's
so
so
nice.
fun.
It
Yeah.
was nice coming home from work and then
Hell
knowing that I had Saturday, but then by Sunday I was like, I kind of want to do something.
And then you're just binging all
But it was kind of
weekend.
funny because of like, we ain't got no friends here,
Yeah.
right? So it wasn't like I'm like, oh, Kim's gone. I want to take Saturday to myself. But then like Sunday, I'd like to go maybe watch a football game with somebody or go play golf or go for a hike. And then I started to play this game in my head of like, why don't you get your ass in the car, drive to Boulder or somewhere and go for a hike? And then I was like, no, nah. And then I was like, well, maybe there's a hike in Parker I could go walk. Then I was like, nah. So it's like funny. I started like really playing around. Like, if this was my life, one, I realized I'd be 650 pounds.
Oh my God. All you did was eat and eat and eat, and eat all weekend. You'd get tired of that regardless, I think.
But it was like just the act of, I came home and I just have so much kudos. But I know you build a routine with yourself, right? Like over
course.
time. And I don't have to build that routine because you're here and we have like a set up system and the system works and it's great and it's amazing and I love it. And so it was a broken system. So for me, I was like, dude, I don't want to like think about something healthy and I don't want to eat something healthy. I eat that all the time. Like, I'm going to make myself a burger. And then I went to the store and I was just walking around, like looking for little things I could get and like make stuff, I don't know. I had to like try to make making stuff fun.
Yeah, it was special because you don't always do that, right? So
Yeah.
it was like a week out and you're like, I'm gonna make myself burgers and drink beer and, eat candy and, Kim's not gonna come out and give me eyes, and like it's fun,
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? You were gonna ask me something.
Well, that's what it was. It was just the fact that like after a couple of days, I started to think, well, okay, if I was alone, like, is this what I would do all day? Like sit around and eat food and watch TV and sit on the swing?
No, because you
Right.
get tired of that. It's like, that's not a life.
But then the thought of like going out on my own and just going for a hike and stuff, like I was like talking myself up. And I know you've done that.
Mm-hmm. I did that once when you were on a strike and I drove to Boulder and I did a hike and it was actually really enjoyable because I was like, wow, I went out, I was by myself and it wasn't like a crazy hike. I've never done like a crazy hike by myself.
Yeah.
But it was nice just to get out alone. But yeah, I would say, I think we're so used to doing those things together. It's like anything. We're so like, we'll spend a weekend to go hiking together and we'll like go do stuff. So it's like, if I have a weekend alone, I don't know. I kind of just want to like veg out a little bit, you know?
Okay. So it's nothing against me.
No, but if you and I were both single, we would develop our own habits and our own life and our own things, but we're not. So like, we're just kind of used to,
Yeah. I guess it is built over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
So, and we're going to Vail this weekend.
We are going to
which I'm
Vail
really
this
excited
weekend
about.
to celebrate, which is really fun because we've never been. And thanks to our credit card points, we have a beautiful hotel.
Oh my gosh.
I'm really excited about it. It's a suite with a balcony and a fireplace and a jacuzzi tub. And the spa at the hotel is absolutely amazing. And we have massages booked and really good dinners.
It's basically just a weekend of eating, relaxing, celebrating our marriage. I think that's one thing marriage should always be celebrated. And I think that we're good at, we acknowledge and we acknowledge each other, we acknowledge our marriage, like we celebrate our marriage. Like I feel like I shouldn't say we never take it for granted. I think obviously you do that sometimes, but I think it's really...
I do that sometimes?
That's okay. Just you totally take us for granted sometimes. No, I think it's natural sometimes in a marriage, like you do take it for granted, what you have, or you just get into like a rhythm of things and you have to remind yourself of like, no, like, wow, I'm so grateful for this partnership, whatever. But I think that should be something you do all the time, not just on one day. But I think that our anniversary is really important to me, just to really have it be a day for us to just be Kim and Aaron, husband and wife, celebrating our marriage, focusing on that. I like to reflect on things from the year, like, just
Peach Pit in Buffalo.
Yeah, like what do we want to work on? What do we love? What, just all that stuff. I think it's really important to really acknowledge a relationship, because as we know, they're work,
Yeah, no, it is. And I think, for a lot of you that don't know this, like we used to, before we even got married, we actually decided that for our anniversary, we were always going to do something special and make it special. Because I've always been one of those people, people are like, it's just, my birthday is just a day. No. I'm like, well, you know what? That's what you can say. And you're right. It is just a day. And Christmas is just a day. And Easter's just a day. And 4th of July is just a day, right? It's just another day. It is what it is. It's a neutral thing. But like, it's what you make of it. And I've always said, that's my day. It's the day I was born. It's my birthday. And I'm going to make something of it. And it's a day to just reflect on like, wow, like I'm another year older. How blessed am I? It's amazing. I have a whole nother year ahead. I'm excited. How do I want to spend it? And make it feel special, right? And like, this year was the first year in like 13 years I've ever worked on my birthday. That was like something that I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to work on my birthday. That's my day. And so with that being said, we always kind of went with that theme, and we would alternate anniversaries. And I planned the first one. Kim planned the second one. I planned the third one, then fourth and fifth, and so on and so forth. And we did that till about 6. And then it fell off. And then 10, I think, was when you got COVID, right? And we were going to go, to the Ozarks.
Oh my gosh. And I remember I was just like crying because we couldn't go anywhere because I had COVID, and you made like steak and mashed potatoes, and we had wine, and you made this beautiful meal. And I remember just like crying because I'm like, I couldn't taste anything. Yeah. And I was just like, is this how it's always going to be? Am I ever going to be able to taste things again? Like, oh my gosh, that was our 10-year.
I made that truffle jus.
Yep. And I'm like, oh my God, like I know how good this tastes right now. And yeah, that was in Missouri. That was our 10-year anniversary.
Wow, it's been 5 years.
That's insane.
Since Missouri.
That's insane.
Hey, real quick, we hope you're loving today's episode, and we wanted to take a moment to keep you in the loop. If you work in healthcare, or you're a healthcare traveler, or you know someone who works in healthcare and is interested in fun adventure travel, you've got to know about our Travsess adventure trips. And listen, we get it. Working in healthcare can feel really demanding, overwhelming, and stressful. We spend so much time taking care of others that we forget to take care of ourselves.
So let us take care of you on a Travsess trip. Once you sign up for a trip, we literally take care of everything. The planning, the logistics, and all the little details. So all you have to do is show up, have fun, and make unforgettable memories with a group of like-minded, adventurous travel friends. This is your time to step away from the chaos, recharge, have some fun, and come back feeling like the best version of you. Everyone who comes on a Travsess trip says you come as strangers, leave as family. Literally. Travsess trips have sparked dozens of new friendships, adventure squads, and travel soulmates that last way beyond the trip.
And honestly, it's not about the places we go. It's about the amazing people you meet along the way. We personally plan every itinerary based on our own travel adventures, so we have been there, done that, and know all the best things to do and see that you would not find on your own. Plus, we've got some awesome local friends on the ground to help us make each trip extra fun, special, and totally unique. Our trips are for active adventurers who like to get out of their comfort zones and push their limits. And the best part? We keep our groups small and intimate so you can form real connections like really, really fast.
So if you're ready to ditch the planning stress, find your adventure crew, and travel like never before, head over to imtravsess.com and grab your spot on one of our next adventures.
That's imtravsess.com. SESSED.com.
Or you can send us a DM over on Instagram at Kim and Aaron G.
That is KIMANDERRANG.
Just DM us the word adventure and we can chat more about it. You can also find our Instagram, our website. Everything is linked in the show notes below. Also, at the time of this recording, we have 3 spots left to join us in Oaxaca, Mexico in 2025, which honestly is one of our favorite trips. Yeah. So you can head over to our website, check that out. And we also have so many more fun adventures coming your way in 2026.
We cannot wait to see you on one of our life-changing trips. Now let's dive back into the episode.
But yeah, so this year we're going to go to Vail and I'm just so excited. So we're leaving tomorrow morning. And again, it's like disconnect from all because I felt like today, like my brain is swirling. Like we just launched the Jordan trip, which is so exciting. It literally sold out in like 5 hours, probably a record for us.
No, I think Kilimanjaro sold out in 4.
Yeah, but super fast. And there's just, I don't know, like my brain is like swirling with all the things I need to do and we're moving, which we're going to get into and blah, blah, blah. And like my brain, and then I dropped Mimi off and I had to take her to the vet. And like, I felt so stressed out and just like my brain going a million miles a second. I'm like, okay, like calm down because I just want to be able to let things go and just really be present just with you.
Yeah.
And just have fun.
Yeah.
And like.
Back to the old style.
Yeah. Before we had a bunch of responsibilities. With things. And yeah, so I'm really trying to just kind of unwind and relax and just be present with you and have fun and not think about all the things. So
yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I'm excited. So you want to back it up a little bit?
Okay. So
I was going to start.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, because, obviously we talk a lot about healthcare traveling because that is our lives and what we're going through. And I think for the first time in 15, how long have we been traveling?
So we started in 2012.
13 years.
Is it 13? Why
13
do I think
and some change. We've been saying 13 years for the last 3 years, but officially we started August 31st I started on day after Labor Day.
It'll be 14 years this August.
This coming August.
Right.
Yes, correct. So 13 and some change.
Okay.
But I got comfortable for the first time. Kim and I both love it here. We've talked about that in Colorado. We've had so many burn the scrubs parties to where we're all we ever wanted to do was be out of the hospital. And it's we found this place and both of us did. And the fact of being able to go PRN and it feels right. This whole thing feels right. And so as a traveler, I'm seeing the department and I'm very keen on what's going on in the department. They don't just put me in a black hole and just, leave me alone. I know what's going on. I'm in the know. And so I was literally just coasting, right? And I'm okay, my plan is I'll just be a traveler here till June. It's going to be easy peasy. They need to hire people. They don't have anyone. Everything's great. And so I just the guard went down. And so Kim and I were oh my gosh, this can be our home.
Yeah.
I can see you want to say something. So.
Yeah, because I just wanted to put the context around just if anyone is listening that doesn't know, but you're a traveler here and you have been, and I'm working PRN. So so I'm working PRN, which is amazing because it's easy and I like the department, it's a really good gig. I can work as much as I want. Or as least as I want, which is really great because it gives me flexibility to do all the TravSys stuff, but then pick up days to keep up my skills and make money. So it's a really good fit. And then you're still a traveler. And so we knew, and it's funny because as a traveler, you live in a lot of different places. And you have these visions in your mind, especially if you're somebody who's traveling that knows that you don't want to return back to your hometown. You're looking for somewhere else that you want to settle down, but you just aren't sure what that is yet. And it gives you a taste of a lot of different places. And sometimes you think you're going to love somewhere and you don't, right? Like that was us in San Diego. We thought we'd never leave because mountains, ocean, oh my gosh, it's everything. And it was like, meh, for us, it was okay. And like you didn't, but we got to live there for 6 months and really experience that. And we're like, this is a great place, but like we knew that's not where we wanted to be. Yeah. And so I feel like it really allows you to explore a lot of different places, which is such a perk of this lifestyle. And so we have said for many years, we love Colorado, and we feel like when we get to Colorado, which took us 13 years to do, we probably wouldn't leave because, you know, one of my best friends lived in Boulder, so we stayed with her. We have friends in Durango. So we spent some time here, but they were these like quick snippets, right? And we're like, we love the mountains. We love, you know, everything about it. And so it seemed like such a great fit, but you just really never know until you experience a place.
Well,
fully.
and it wasn't for a lack of trying either. If you think about it, like after our first Peru trip with TravFest, you were reaching out to the facility in Boulder to see if you could work as a traveler.
Yep.
And like we tried to go.
Timing wasn't right.
And then I tried with Lafayette and like tried to go to that facility and like as a traveler. And then they got rid of travelers. And so I never got to go. And like obviously Colorado is notorious for not paying, you know, great, but now in the travel world, the pay is great. And so that's another thing. Like I'm not just sitting here getting like mediocre travel pay.
Well, you have a unicorn contract.
This is a unicorn contract.
For sure.
I love the docs. I love the team. I love the department. I love the workflow. I love the workload. The call is manageable and my pay is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's an amazing contract, which, you know, we're believers. Again, everything is always working out in the right timing, even if you don't see it at the time. Because I remember being really disappointed that the Boulder job wasn't going to work out. It was really low paying. There wasn't anything for you, and it was going to be so much to get us there, whatever. So we're like, it's not the right timing. And I'm so glad that we didn't, because like we've done so much stuff since then, and it just wouldn't have been the right timing. And so us coming at this particular time with this job, that is such a great travel job, and I have a great PRN job, which worked out. And so again, we always thought Colorado, 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 but now we live in Colorado, and it's everything we've dreamt of and more, right? Like there's not 1 ounce in us that's like, oh, I don't know. Like we like it, but it's like, no, we're obsessed. We want to live here forever. Like we're not leaving. And so our plan was, again, as a traveler, things are unpredictable. Like you're still a traveler, right? You're not a full-time employee. Like you are a traveler. And as we know, being a traveler is unpredictable. Like even if you think you can stay for, you know, a year, things happen and you're on a contract to contract basis, right? So we know that. We knew that. Like we're kind of building this whole plan of ours on, you know, what is it? Like a sand?
Basically.
That anything could happen. But like you said, you were coasting. You're like, nah, like because to preface too, where your department needs full-time employees and you're expanding, you're growing, and they need staff. And they of course want you to be a full-time IR tech there. But that's not even a question for us. Like there's zero chance, zero way that either one of us would ever be full-time staff, right? Like with our lifestyle, with TravStats, it just wouldn't work, and it's not what we want anyways. And so they need full-time staff, and they never get any applicants. So we're like, we're good. They're just going to keep using Erin because they need people. And so again, we kind of settled into that.
Totally. And again, I'm in the manager comes down all the time and we chat, and like, she's absolutely amazing. Best manager
she's amazing.
Ever worked for, period, end of story. And she's just awesome. And so I'm constantly in the know with what's going on with the department and how many positions they have open. And any time that somebody applies, they tell me, and it's like this whole thing. And so I literally was in talking to Kim, and the PAX administrator, who I know, who used to be an IR tech, was like, hey, what's up? Like, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. It's nice having you here. I was like, yeah. So I was like, hey, Brandy, this is my wife, Kim, blah, blah, blah. And so like, we introduced her, and then she was like, hey, what's your plan? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you going to go full time? And I'm like, no, it's not in the cards. I'm not going to go full time. She's like, well, you better hurry up because they're hiring somebody and you're about to get the boot. And I was like, I mean, it was like somebody slapped me with a wet, stinky fish across the face. Like, I was like, what do you mean? And I know that she's in the know. She's in the no, like deep in the know.
Right. And we were both just like taken off guard. And again, to preface, because I don't think we said this, but our plan that we were building on
the week before
the sand, was that our goal is for Aaron to stay a traveler until June. That's his year. And he'll stay in contract till June. I'm still working PRN. And then he'll go PRN. So essentially, we'll both be PRN working here. Again, great gig. You can pick up as much as you want when we're home and not running a Travis trip and blah, blah, blah. Like, so that was our goal. So we're like, we just have to get you to June as a traveler. And it seemed like it was a shoo-in because they didn't have any applicants. And mind you, this just happened like 2 weeks ago. Your contract was up on what, December 17th? 19th. Okay. So your contract's up essentially. Like you're done. There's been no extension. It was just kind of like this unspoken assumption that we had that you're just going to keep coming back until the end of May, and then you're going PRN. Yeah. Like we just decided that.
I was already talking to my lead about like, she was like, so did you want Christmas or do you want Thanksgiving? And I'm like, you know, I'm not even on contract.
Yeah.
Like my contract ends December 19th, so why don't I take Thanksgiving? That way it's a shoo-in. She's like, oh, you're not going anywhere. And so it was like, that's the conversations we were having.
Right. So then this applicant gets thrown in. And that being said too, your department is growing, but they're still running with low staff, right? And so it's not like, oh, well, we just need bodies, so we're hiring the full-time, but we definitely still need you, Aaron, and then we're going to hire someone else. Like they're still getting like approval for more people. So it's still like pulling teeth to have more people. Like you guys need more people, but it's like not approved yet to have the staff that's required to run this department.
Right. And Advent is pushing to get rid of the traveler.
Right.
Like the high ups.
Of
like,
course.
Let's get rid of them. Let's hire. Let's bring in anybody.
Which we totally understood. Like there's no, it's like it took us off guard, but honestly, like I totally get it. Like if they have a full-time applicant that's willing to come in, they need someone full-time, not somebody who's, gonna just go PRN. Like they love you, but they also do need like real full-time people. So like we totally understood. It just completely caught us off guard. And so now we're like, holy shit, they're going to be interviewing this guy. And if they hire him, which it seems like they're going to, what does that mean?
Yeah. No, I know.
So we started to spiral because it felt like in that moment, the percentage of you ending your contract on the 19th and like being done felt high. And it was really, it brought up like so much stuff.
I mean, do you want to get into that or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So for me, it brought up, so all this is coming up and we're like, okay, cool. Like, worst case scenario, because we always like look at it and we're like, okay, like this is out of our control. We can only do what we can do. Right. And if we're not supposed to be here anymore and there's another spot for us, then that will work itself out, And if we go take a contract somewhere else, we can always come back in June and do the PRN thing, even though that sounds horrible. It's not what we want, but that could have been an option. Thinking about that, like really like taking that in, like it's funny because, we've been traveling for almost 14 years and I've always loved the like, ooh, we're packing up and we're going somewhere new and
exploring the neighborhood.
There's excitement there, there always has been. And we have been saying for years, like, okay, we're ready to be more settled. We're ready to have a home base, but there's still an inkling of excitement anytime we go somewhere new that like has never left me. And, we thought about going back to Seattle because there's a contract at Harborview, which is a place you love to work at. And Seattle's a place I've always wanted to go back to and like do a redo, you know? And so going to Seattle and like living in the city again, or going to Oregon, a place we've always wanted to work. So like going through all of this and realizing that there was not 1 ounce of excitement in me. Like, I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to go to Seattle. I don't want to go to Oregon. Like, that was the first time in almost 14 years that there was nothing in me that felt any ounce of excitement, not even a little bit. And that shocked me. And then it really brought up the fact of like wanting to be settled more than anything, like having a home, having roots, having routine, craving that so deeply. And then it didn't feel like we were just getting let go from a job or a contract. It was like, this feels we're being uprooted from our home. Like they're taking away the place that we want to live and call home. Like I felt devastated. Like I cried for days. And it really put in perspective of like, if I was questioning anything about continuing to travel or do I really want to live here, any of that, like that put in perspective how deeply I want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that gave a lot of clarity for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like you kind of felt similar.
Well, I think, to preface too, for people that don't know, like Kim and I are very secure in our choices. We talk about them in depth, and we know that, yeah, if you like it so much, then why don't you stay? Like, right? But like, no, we're very secure. So I know what the alternative is, right? Like, I'm not willing to go full time. I know that I'm a contract employee who they're spending a lot of money on, knowing what my coworkers get paid versus what I do. And like the amount of money they're paying me is insane, right? So like, of course they'd want to get rid of me. They might love me to death, and they do. And they appreciate everything I've done. And like, they want me to stay. The doctors want me to stay. And it's like a whole thing. So that feels good. But I also understand it's a business and they've got to do what's best for them long term. And I'm not willing to go long term. With that being said, that's when like I got hit with this, and the thought of like getting canned from this place just felt like my heart was like ripped out, right? Like, number one, we're also big in our intuition and we go off of that. And there's a lot of times where something comes up and you have this inkling, or Kim has an inkling or something. She's like, you know what? I just think like we should probably start looking for another job. Like, I just have this feeling. It just is what it is. And we trust that. We trust that that's a higher power speaking to us. And we become okay with that. Even though it might not be what we want, we know that that's the route that we should go, and we'll explore it and we'll figure it out, and we'll come back around if the road leads there, right? So it's never a bad thing. It's just, in general, it's never a bad thing, because I like, okay, maybe I didn't see this. Maybe I was blinded by something and this is my true path and I need to go explore it. This one just felt, like I said, a wet, stinky, heavy fish right across my face, like out of nowhere. But I also said to you, I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Yeah.
It just does not feel, the plan is too good.
Well, and the thing too, yeah. And that's the thing is like, when you can envision something and you can like feel into it, there is no part of me that felt like us leaving was an option. Like, it was just like, that's not even an option. I cannot see us packing up our life again, driving out to old Washington. Like, I just couldn't even envision it, right? And so, and we didn't even say this, but right before this happened with the guy finding out that they were interviewing this potential full-time person, you and I our lease is up on the 17th of November. And we were like so excited because we had this grand plan. You're a traveler till June. Then we're both PRN and we have so many Travis trips next year after June. So, the PRN works perfect for the schedule. Done. We were literally signing a year lease so that we could have more space, a 2-bedroom, and like create an actual home, right? Like,
we can move our storage unit.
So to actually create a home, because for 14 years we have been, again, living in a place, like I don't care where we live. I'm like, it serves a purpose. We're here temporarily. We've got this old Amazon couch. It's not comfortable. It's actually really uncomfortable. And we've got our whiteboards all over our walls, no picture. Like, but I haven't cared. It hasn't mattered to me because I've just loved this lifestyle so much that none of that's really mattered. And this was the first time that we were like, let's create, like, this is where we want to be. And let's sign a year lease, which for us is huge. And let's like make it feel like a home, you know? And so these were the conversations we were having, and we were looking at places, and we were so excited. We're like, wow, like a year, like this is such a big step for us. And then we find this out. So we're like, how did we just go from potentially signing a year lease to packing up our shit and driving to Washington?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did we get here?
What's up with you in Washington?
Because I just like to say that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that was like whiplash.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how did we get here? How did we feel so certain about one thing? And it just felt like it was all yanked away from us. And we were just like trying to process and like get some clarity around why. Like, why? It doesn't make sense. Like, we have our plan. It's such a great gig for both of us. It just makes sense, you know, and we love it so much. So why is all this happening? And so we just had many, many, many conversations about it.
Well, not to mention at that time before, the weekend before, we flew down to Tennessee with, like, your stepdad was going through, you know, a bunch of stuff health-wise. And so we had to like get him squared away. And then there was just a lot going on,
yeah.
right? And then like you added that where the excitement of like getting a townhouse with like, you know, 2 bedrooms and a big living room and a big kitchen and like a garage and like right in the same building that we're in, like just across the street, right? Like close to work, close to our gym, everything stays the same except we just get to upsize, right? And it was such a really cool feeling to like get our stuff out of storage and like bring our couch, our bed, our pictures, our like stuff that we've built over the time, all the things we've gotten from our travel trips that we've always wanted to hang up in our house, and like the decor and just everything, like right?
Our life is in there.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, so all this is going on, and then they're interviewing the guy. There was a lot of stuff going on with that, and there was a chance maybe they weren't going to hire him, but we weren't really sure. And then you wrote a really amazing email.
A Hail Mary.
Yeah, it was so beautifully written, and to our manager at work, and just kind of like broke it all down of like, you know, how you can add to the department. They're going to be having neuro here, and like how you can help transition into that, and just all of this, and that you want to be here long term, and the vision, and like I work here, and you know, all of it. And also just saying like I completely respect the fact that like you guys have to do what's right for the department 100%. But I also need to know if I will be coming back after my contract or not. Time is of the essence, because I will have to uproot my entire life, right? Like it's not just a small thing. Like we got to find a contract. We got like whatever. So you wrote out this whole thing and sent it. And of course, as this is going on, our manager, who we are obsessed with, she's like the best manager ever, she was on vacation. Yeah. And I'm like, this is the worst time you could ever be on vacation. Like, I don't care your sister's getting married. Like, you better get back here and you better figure this shit out. Yeah. Like, because I'm losing my mind. Yeah. And so anyways, long story short, you guys had to meet.
She calls me. She's like, hey, do you have any time? And I was like, yeah, we have 2 people here. So like, but the one leaves at 2. So it's got to be like now and then whatever. And she's like, I need you to come to my office and meet me at the director's office. And I was like, oh God. So I had never met the director, just in passing, right? But never have sat down and talked. I go to her office. We spend an hour and a half in the office. Long story short, lots of great conversations. Just really verified that they want to keep me as long as they can. And they said, we'll have a contract extension to you by tomorrow.
Oh my God. And meanwhile, I'm at work too. So Aaron texts me and he's like, hey, I'm going to talk to Sarah now. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it's like our fate was in this conversation. Are we packing up our life and leaving or are we not? Right? Like in this conversation, we're about to find out it's go time. So I'm like, oh my God, like what's going to happen? What is that?
Team Tony Robbins.
What?
Yeah, they keep calling.
Okay, cool.
They want me to guest speak.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
So I'm like freaking out. Don't hear from him. Doesn't text me back. So I'm like, okay, I know he's like still talking. I go to lunch. I'm like, I just send you like eyes, like what's going on? Nothing. And I'm like, what the, like, oh my God, I'm like literally like crawling out of my skin right now. And then you finally like come over and your face, because of course you're messing with me and your face is all like sad looking. And you're like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm like, here we go. And then I just felt my heart drop and I felt like I was going to burst into tears. And then you told me like, no, they're going to keep me. The plan's intact. I get to stay as a traveler till June and then come PRN, which was our original plan, but like actually having that conversation where it's out in the open, even if they hire this person, which they did, but they are going to still keep you. And I swear to God, I started screaming.
Bull charged me.
I bull charged you. I headbutted you. I was running down the hallways, like screaming. Like I could not contain my emotion. Like that was the best news I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
And just solidified how much I want to be here.
Yeah.
No.
It was crazy because, to be honest with you, it's like back to our thing of, we always say like life's always working for us. It was this realization of the plan for Kim and I, of like our plan. Cool, we can make a plan, but that doesn't mean everybody's like, it's good for everybody. But if you look at it, our plan wouldn't have even worked for this department if all of a sudden I go PRN, I'm no longer a traveler, and I'm like, hey guys, I've got 6 or 7 months of trips planned, and I'm going to go PRN, and I can maybe cover 4 days, 5 days a month for 6 months. Like that puts them back at Q2 call, and like only 2 people working, and so they don't get any time off, and they're working 5 days a week instead of 4s, and like they have no coverage. So it doesn't work. Our plan doesn't work for them at all without hiring another person.
Exactly.
And so now they brought somebody on, and now the plan's even better.
Yeah. You're right. Like, because you couldn't have taken that much time off and they would have been screwed.
They'd been like, PRN doesn't work for us.
Yeah. Well, obviously, they would have kept you as a PRN to be helpful.
They would have brought another traveler
but it would have been stressful. Yeah. So it all worked out. And I think, again, this turned in our favor, right? Like 100%. Like we're walking away from this with exactly what we wanted, which is amazing and like celebratory. But it could have went another way. And I think even through that, even in the uncertainty, we were like, okay, like this is bringing up a lot for us. We're getting super clear of what we want, if there was any question of what we wanted. And also just bringing us back to like trusting in our plan. Like we always are provided for, and we do. And I think, whatever, I don't know how it sounds, but like, I really do believe that everything is always working for us all the time. Like, even if you don't see it in the moment, it's always working for you to, like, you're exactly where you need to be. It's always leading you the path you're supposed to go down. And sometimes there's a lot of detours, but I trust in that 100%. So if for some reason it wasn't Colorado, we would be led somewhere that we couldn't even imagine that what would happen, right? But we are supposed to be here. And I do really feel that.
Agreed.
So what? Aaron's on call right now, which is that okay?
Yeah, people from work are just texting. So I'm like,
they're so annoying.
I'm on call. It's annoying when I'm on call.
Right. So we are officially staying in Colorado. We are signing a year lease, which is a big deal for us. I think all travelers can really relate to that, of like when you've lived nomadic for so long and then you put down a year lease, like, wow, like that's big, but I'm so excited. I love my job here. And that's the thing too, is like, I feel like we have found our perfect scenario of like, we can, bless you, we can work PRN. I enjoy my job and I make really good money as a PRN. So we can work PRN, we can run TravCest, we can have TravCest coming in, like money from TravCest coming in, money from the hospital coming in, and they both get to work together. But it feels, both of us PRN feels very flexible and free, which we have to have in order to grow TravCest. And so like, and we love this area. We love our gym. Like, it's just perfect for us.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we're like at the same hospital, it's across the street. I don't know. I'm just like, this is perfect for right now. And I could see us being here doing this for years,
Well,
a couple of years.
Here's something funny. On Monday, just a funny story. On Monday, I went to the gym and something weird happened, but I was doing squats and I guess I put the bar on and I had a lot of weight on there and it pinched off my vertebral artery to where I almost went into a minor stroke, and it was like insane, the feeling. I've never felt that before in my life. So I felt really funny, and I think it led to this, but Kim wasn't home. She was coming home that day, but I also wanted to make sure the house looked like I didn't leave a mess or anything like that. So I was like doing all this stuff. I was making sure Mimi was okay, but I knew Kim was coming home at 10. So I was like, okay, cool. So I always have my keys in my jacket pocket. And this is in reference to like the location that we currently live, right? So Kim and I have one car. And so we make this work with one car. She drops me off at work. Even when she comes in at 9, she drops me off at 7:20, swings back to the house, continues to get ready, and then drives to work. And then she comes and picks me up when she gets off at 3.
Yeah.
Like
We have a great system.
I take her on the weekends when she works and then come home and like I take call. And so I have the car and all that kind of stuff. But on Monday I walk outside and I go to get in the car and the car is not unlocking. And I'm like, what's going on? Maybe my phone's blocking the RFID, whatever. So I reach in my pocket and I realized, oh my God, I just locked myself out of the house and our keypad doesn't work. We don't have a code programmed in, so I can't get back in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'll go to the office and somebody can let me in. But I realize it's 7:20. I got to be at work at 7:30 and the office doesn't open until 9. So I just literally like shrugged my shoulders, turned around and just started walking. And I literally ran across 8 lanes and got into the department 7:30 on the dot. And I left the house at 7:24. And I literally almost made it there faster than we drive.
Yeah.
Walking.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Expect like you've done that twice now. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, again, our location's amazing with one car. So even if we're both PRN and say like, oh, you might pick up a day at another Advent, like in Littleton or me in Castle Rock or whatever, like one person can walk,
Yeah.
like, you know, like that's always available. And that's amazing, you know? So I really think that we found such a great system. Even with our gym, like everything is so timed, like time to the T on days that we both work and we go to the gym. It's like, because we live so close, we're able to do that. And so it's just amazing. And so we are moving into the townhouse and we are going back and forth because it's more expensive, obviously, than where we're currently at. But we realized that it ends up being the same price of what we're paying right now because our storage unit in Florida costs us $500 a month, which I just want to say is insane. For a storage unit, $500 a month.
Well, when we switched it a couple of years ago, it was only $215.
That's
It's
crazy.
jumped $300.
God, like it's just crazy.
It's a
So
scam.
yeah, well, because they got you. What are you going to do? Get your stuff out, move it somewhere else? Like, I mean, I guess people can, but it's just a pain in the butt. And so we decided that, and I was in Florida last week and I went to the storage unit, which again, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what's in here? There's so many treasures. It will be really fun to go through everything and see what all we have. I mean, our whole life is in there. And granted, like, you know, we moved out of our house when we first started traveling in 2012. And, you know, that's like the furniture and that kind of stuff's gone, you know?
We sold everything.
We sold everything and then we bought furniture again. And so like that newer stuff's in there. But like the stuff, the original stuff from the storage unit, like our pictures and momentums and like all of that stuff is in there, you know, like all the stuff like we haven't even looked at in years, in 13 years.
Well, we kind of did. It never left the boxes in our Jacksonville when we settled into the cottage.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time we actually were like, wow, this is like a house. But we were only in there for like 6 months and we had to go again. Yeah. And we were doing Trav Says trips for like 5 of those months.
Yeah. Totally different experience.
It was a
like,
house storage unit.
Yeah. It was like wrong time, wrong place, you know, where this actually feels like perfect. So we are going to, which again, you've been talking about wanting to do this ever since we got to Colorado, and we're like, we live here now, even though we don't even, at the time we weren't sure. We're like, we're not leaving. We live here. We're going to figure it out. But you've been talking about bringing all of our stuff from Florida out here. And that felt like such a big move for me. And I feel like it's layered, you know, because also you're bringing all of your stuff somewhere that, again, we know we're going to figure it out and we're going to be able to stay here. But it's not like you and I have lived this traditional life where we're like, well, we both have full-time jobs now and we're going to figure it out. We live here, like how normal, like quote unquote normal people are or whatever. Like, again, things can be unpredictable, right? And so I've always kind of been uncertain about that. Felt too big to me. And you were like, well, at the end of the day, we know we want to live here. So say whatever happens and we put our stuff back in storage and we go travel again, at least our stuff's in storage in a place that we know we're going to come back to, because we know we're not going to live in Florida. Like, we're very clear about that. So why is all of our stuff in Florida? Right. And so like that made sense. So I was like, okay, yeah, I could see that. So it's like getting our stuff here. But then it's also a big thing because it does feel like, you know, even though I know in my heart and soul, like I don't want to live in Florida, like just so clearly. But you know, my mom, my sister, your family's there, like my heart, like a big piece of my heart's there. So it feels like the end, closing a chapter of just like, even though it's just our stuff, it's like we're taking it, you know, and it kind of feels like the end of a chapter there. And like,
but
that makes me feel kind of sad.
No, I understand that. But think about like the weekend you had though.
Yeah.
Like that's how I want to visit Florida.
Yeah.
I don't want to visit it how we normally do, and we have to fly back in and we're just like, where are we going next? And we got to go to the storage unit. We got to get our stuff. Like, we got to drop stuff in there. Like, what are we going to do? I don't know. Like, it just feels so frantic. Whereas like you got to go home and just be. You got to like spend quality time and just be there. And there was no real agenda. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so tired from 3 months of traveling and now we're here staying in like, you know, our niece's and nephew's room. And it's just like, we just get to be there and just be present. And like, if I want to see my mom on a Tuesday, I just go down and see her. And like, it's different, right? Like, and that's how I want Florida to be, because I knew it was never a home for me.
Yeah. We didn't figure that out when we were there, when we like got the year lease there and we're trying to do PRN there like a couple of years ago. And like, it felt right in the moment. But then as soon as we did it, we were there. I was like, oh my gosh, like this doesn't feel right, you know? But again, we had to do it so that we could realize that, check the box. So it's a big deal to bring all of our stuff out and to kind of make that decision. But we're going to do it. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm also just like, wow, I don't know why. Like, do you feel like this is like, it feels so huge of just, it's like symbolic.
I didn't until you just brought that up. And I can actually see what you're saying. It's like kind of the last pieces of us are gone.
From Florida?
Yeah.
Well, our families are there, but us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we've lived there so many times and we've talked about moving back and it's always been, but like the stuff's always there. So there's always this like, we could go back.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, whatever. I mean, you got to think, before I took this contract, we were like, ooh, there's a contract at Mayo in Jacksonville and like we could get a place there and we could really settle in and blah, blah, blah. And like, that sounded cool. But what did I say? Absolutely not. I don't know why, but we have to take this Colorado contract. It was either Mayo, Maine, or Colorado.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm taking Colorado, even if it's the lesser contract.
Yeah.
I was like, we have to go. We have to go.
Yeah. No, I know.
And so, yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. It is the end. It's the end of an era.
It is wait, was that Friends?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, when Rach was moving
The
out.
end of an era, some may say.
So good, dude. Friends never gets old.
No.
But yeah, so it's a really exciting time. I feel like I've envisioned this moment of living in what will be our home for the next however long, right? Like, I don't know, anything can happen. Like, in this moment, I could see us living here for years and running Travsys and working PRN and loving our home and all the things. And who knows what can happen, right? I things change all the time. But right now, like, I feel like that vision that I've been, holding on to for years of just like our stuff coming and we're in a place that we love and we're like going through everything and like making something feel like a home. Like, I miss, and again, home is where your heart is. Like, and I 100% agree with that. Like, everywhere you and I have lived for the past 14 years, blank walls, cheap Amazon couch has always felt like home because we've been together, and we haven't cared. We've just been like, wow, this is so cool. This is where we live. But actually creating something that feels like us, and that we also have space for people to come visit us. We have a second bedroom. I've literally invited everybody already.
Oh, I know. Me too.
Like, everyone, I'm like, come stay with us. We have a room.
Well,
like,
and it's
how
funny
cool
how
is that?
all of a sudden we've said in 13 years, only like 3 people have come to visit us.
Mm-hmm.
And like now that I'm like, we have a second bedroom, people are like, oh my God, I'm coming.
Yeah, because we haven't had a second bedroom. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we have all this space. Like, I would love to like host people coming and staying with us and show them Colorado. And so it just feels really exciting, really fun. And we were debating back and forth whether we were going to fly to Florida and drive a truck out here. But after we like calculated all the things, it was way cheaper for us just to hire a moving company. So we put down a deposit today. Holy shit. And my sister is going to let them into the storage unit, and they're going to pack up our shit and drive it out to us. And we move into our new house on December 7th.
Wow.
It's pretty wild. I just feel like these last couple of weeks have just been an explosion of my brain and emotion. Like, it's been mentally a lot going on emotionally.
Not only that, like, we launched Greece, we launched Utah rafting, we launched Jordan. We have 3 other trips that we're about to launch. Like, so it's a heavy launch season on top of
it's so
work,
much.
on top of your stepdad, on top of moving, on top of thinking that maybe we're done in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like,
It's been a lot.
You went home last weekend. Like, it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but it's exciting. And also, my favorite part about this townhouse is that we have a huge porch. And that has been the one thing that we're like, okay, what do you want? When, I don't care about fancy this, blah, blah, blah. Like, but we've both just wanted an outdoor space that's private, that you have your swing, I have a chair. We can get a heater. Because we spend so much time outside.
I'm going out there after this podcast.
Yeah. And all we have is like this little stoop that I sit on the concrete, you sit on your swing, and people are walking by, but like, we don't really care because we're like, no, we want to be out here. So to have like our own private big ass porch.
Yeah. And it's above the garage. So.
Oh, and we have a garage.
We have a garage.
Even like, it's crazy. Like, we have a garage. It's like these little things that you don't really think about as a traveler. We have 2.5 bathrooms, which we've had 1 bathroom forever. Like, I'm trying to do my hair. Aaron's got to go, number 2. He's like, I got to go. You need to get on. I'm like, I'm in the middle of my hair. Like just to have 2 bathrooms, I can't even fathom it.
Didn't we only have 1 bathroom in Jacksonville in that little cottage? Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of those old homes just have 1 bathroom.
1 bathroom
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, which is so weird. Like, but to have, 2.5 bathrooms, because there's like a bathroom in the guest room, which is going to be our office. Because let's be real, like, people will come stay with us, but it's our office to work from because that's how we're going to utilize it. But so like, have an office with all of like our Travsys pictures from all of our trips and desks and computers. But then there'll be space that we could have like a air mattress in there for when people come and stay. but that has a bathroom.
Or our bed.
And then our bedroom has a bathroom. And then downstairs has a half bath. I'm like, that's insane. Like, feels like a mansion.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we'll have enough space to take that bed. I can fold up the thing, we put it in the closet. And then that way, like if people come, we could just lay it down.
Nah, no, that's not going to work. That's way too big and bulky. I think just getting a really nice air mattress. Remember the one we used to sleep at my sister's house? Like it was really nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
So, because again, we're going to utilize that as an office and people, I hope, come and visit us, but that's not going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't like set it up as a guest bedroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
yeah. It's a nice
there's
bed.
not enough space.
It's a nice bed just to throw away.
Well, I don't throw it away, but we can give it to someone. Anyways, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you are all caught up. That is what's happening.
Do you want to touch base on any Travsess things, or are you good?
As far as Travsess things, we are about to, well, not about to. Our next trip that we're going to be launching is Thailand.
There is a lot of buzz around that trip.
Yeah.
I think more than I've seen from
it's
most
gonna
trips.
Be amazing. There was a lot of buzz with Jordan too, and that sold out quickly. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some trips just have that like pizzazz, you know? So Thailand will be, I'm really excited about that. We've been to Thailand like, 5 times?
Way more than that.
So we're in the process still of creating and figuring it all out logistically and all of that. So, but that probably in the next month or so, we'll be launching Thailand. And then the San Juan Islands is a really fun weekend trip.
That trip is
So it's a
dude.
smaller trip to kind of dip your toe in. If you want to just meet for a weekend, that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and just so if you're listening, well, I hope you're listening because obviously it's a podcast. But these weekend little like adventures are a real small touch of what you get on Travsess trips. International, right? We're still having the same Travsess buzz. It's just condensed and in a location that's easy to get to. And you could take 2 or 3 days off instead of 14, right? And so if you're ever on the fence about even experiencing what Travsess is all about and what our trips are all about, those are good ones to, like you just said, dip your toe in, because it's not a crap version. It's actually an amazing version of our trips, to where we take care of everything. Every detail is managed, and it just has these cool things that we get to go do together as a group.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good eye opener in getting the experience of what it'd be like to go international.
100%.
It was funny because I was talking about the Jordan trip today with Dr. Martin, and he was like, I've been to Jordan. And he's like, how do you find these things? And I was like, I'm telling you, dude, my wife is a freaking maniac when it comes to like finding. He was like, that sounds so cool. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, and I've been there. And he was like, it just sounds amazing, just your itinerary and like what you're doing and like how you found those things, and staying at like a family luxury Bedouin like glamping place, like out in the stars in the desert. He's like, what? Like that would be so cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, freaking pumped.
Yeah. I mean, Travsess trips, man, they're like no other. I'm telling you. So yeah, I think I'm excited, and yeah, be on the lookout for future trips coming up that we'll be launching. Make sure you're on our email list. I'll put the link in the show notes.
Well, and I will say too, we have that new feature on our website, imtravsess.com, where we have all upcoming trips that are currently launched, and also trips that we have in the future, just ideas. I mean, you can click on those banners and it'll either take you to a sign up page if those trips are launched, or it'll take you to an interest list. And so it's really nice for people to get on the interest list, because people have been coming through and like signing up, and it gives Kim and I like let's just say European Christmas markets. It's one that Kim and I have always looked at, but like, is there interest? We're going to go anyway, but like, for instance, there's South Africa, and there's all these places that we've thrown up in our heads, but I wanted to put it out there for people to sign up for it, because if like 15, 20, 30, 40 people are signing up for an interest in a place, we'll go research it so we can launch it. So, you know, this is definitely kind of curated by you guys in a way that it's collective team thing, right?
Yeah.
So
For sure.
go check that
100%.
out.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, signing off, time for dinner, and then disconnecting for our anniversary.
Yep. Goodbye, world.
Hell yes. All right. Well, thank you for being here, listening, being on this journey with us. And I love just being able to like share this, like what's been going on and catching up.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. So
Totes.
thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Cheers to us.
Cheers to us. Cheers to celebrating us.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope that you really, really enjoyed it.
And if you did love this episode, can you please do us a huge favor and just share this with one of your friends? Like, just somebody that you think will get value from this episode. It would mean so much to us.
Yeah, like do it now. Like while you're inspired, go now.
Like right
Do
this
it.
second.
Yeah,
Go. Or just like share it on your Instagram story and tag us at Kim and Aaron G so that we can see it. And thank you personally for helping us share this message, share this episode, and blow this baby up.
Yeah, help spread the obsession.
Ooh.
You can do that.
Let's get obsessed.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much. We are so grateful to be on this journey with you, and we will see you next week.
Bye.